Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. Welcome to your full moon eclipse and Taurus reading. It is happening on Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you are in the world. So tomorrow, probably by the time you see this, look, we have the card of career. That's the overall energy, so that makes total sense, particularly if you're at Aquarius Rising. It would, well, no, not as Aquarius Rising. That would be your fourth house of home. All right, so let's just dive in and see what all the cards have to say here. I have been ill, that's why there's been no videos. I'm really sorry about that, but if you will. If you will hit the notification bell when you're a subscriber, then you'll know when I upload videos. So I'm going to go ahead and pull all of the cards so that I have a really good view of what's going on. You have a lot. Nobody today's really had this many. Okay, so, ooh. All right, so, well, that's not the thing I ever want to say to an Aquarius. It says you should accept a valid criticism. All right, so let's get that one out of the way. You have good fortune, celebration, fun, and enjoyment, advice from a friend. These are very specific, and we have an older woman and a younger woman. So it could be that your mother or your grandmother or maybe a boss or somebody that's a little bit older is actually who brings in the valid criticism. And so try to accept it in a spirit of trying to help you to be improved in whatever area they are bothering to bring the information, because there's something about this good fortune and celebration so we have this advice right here with this, and then there seems like there's also something really good happening in the career sector. A distant friend is thinking of you, and this advice may be around finances because you have a financial pinch. And so it could be your financial advisor or something like that. I do want to encourage you that financial pinch to take that. That just means that even though things seem a little tight, or they've been seeming a little tight, this good fortune tells me that there's going to be a turn in the event. So a pinch is not a major downturn. I do think that's important to notice. We have healing energy coming in around resources, so I think it'll be fine in the overall. Let's look at this career. Oh, you may have an opportunity. So we have here, it's the key. The key is unlock the cage and set you free. And so it could be that you are getting an opportunity to either take on new responsibilities at the job, or to get a new career altogether, a new place of business that you're going to work in. Okay. I think for many of you there may be there's definitely some sort of a movement, either within the company that you work for or to a new place of business, bringing something on. Because here the key to the situation is the whips. And the whips is repetitive action. It's also criticism, by the way. And it's sharp words sometimes. And so there's something in what people are saying. And so here we cannot like the way that it is packaged up and handed to us. And that's fine. And that's valid, right? Your feelings are valid no matter what. No matter how it makes you feel, you're right. That's how you feel. You deserve your feelings. I do want to say, though, that to step away and consider what was said, what knowledge gem, piece of wisdom can you glean from that you can find useful, because I think it's going to matter. So let's just say you're at a job and you're up for review, and they have a few things to say to you about your job performance and you don't like it, right? There is a need for you to not show that you don't like it, because I feel like one of two things are going to happen. You're going to get the raise if you sound like you're a team player and you want to get on board. Okay, yeah, no, I can work on that. Or at the very least, if you're deciding to leave, you've not left a sour taste in their mouths, and you're less likely to get a bad job referral down the road. So, And also, you don't want to have to be the one that brings in an apology, right? Nobody really likes to do that. But sometimes you have to. You really do. And there's some critical words here. The words are really a thing. So here is the quest for joy and happiness going on. And then what's draining your energy? There's a timing aspect to it. Waiting for the right time, the right moment, something around timing. But it comes with this card, which is about being of two minds about something. It's got the sun and the moon. It's got the drama mask, facing in different directions with different things. And in the center is the doorway. But the doorway is really the mouth, right? And so it's being in two minds and how do you speak. But it's in the energy of what drains you. And here we have someone coming forward with an apology. A change of mind, an offer, because there's a rose. The geese are all flying. And so it has to do, right? It has to do with this change of season, which makes it feel like the change of mind, where there's been of two minds, because it came out with this card, where it's about the ability to be able to see things from someone else's perspective in order to have the same clear vision moving forward. Very much this card. And so this criticism, I feel like there's something in it that will really benefit you to see things from someone else's point of view. It's going to be very helpful for you in the long run. In the area of the mountain, you have the anchor, the being really entrenched in something. And in the heart space, you have the mountain. So again, it's about the anchor. So either you are seeking stability or being really entrenched in an idea is creating a blockage in the heart space. That could be different for each of you, right? That's something to really kind of look at. In the area of transformation, you have this. You have the long-awaited change. And it's these two cranes doing the mating dance in a nest as the sun is coming up on it. And so some of you may be moving, right, to a new location, to a new career, or to a new space within the company. The key has unlocked the cage, and it's set you free. We have the butterfly of change. It's a beautiful change. So wherever is happening here, whatever this change is for you, right? It is the good fortune. It is the celebration, fun, and enjoyment. There's some kind of a big change here that's going to allow you to break free in the area of resources, time, emotional energy, money. We have the rider. So the rider is about moving forward. In this particular rider, it's a horse on a carousel, right? It's a carousel horse, and it's broken free from the carousel, from the merry-go-round. It's something's different. It's broken free, and it's flying over a rainbow, which means it's been a bit of a difficult time that has allowed for this change to come in. And in the area of what to do, you have this bear. Okay, so the bear in Lenormand is also often about financial security and stability. This one is really in touch with his emotions, and to me, it always says spirit has your back. And so this movement is definitely in your benefit. And here we have Aries. There's a man, but it looks like Aries, and he's got the little Mars insignia around him, and so he's feeling very regal, right? It is action, right? The male card is always about action. It is about taking action and moving forward, but with a lot of authority. There's a very much a lot of authority that comes through on that particular card, more than most. These cards have shown up a lot with this energy. You have bats in the belfry. You can achieve great things. This is about listening to your intuition. And so here in the heart space where this mountain is, I'm concerned that that you're not listening to your heart. What does your heart want? Because that's where we hear things. That's where we know things. And when you're an air sign, right? When you're an air sign, you really rely on your ability to make decisions, sound judgment. I look at the facts, I think it through, I would see all the different angles. You know, you have that out-of-the-box thinking, very much the setting yourself free energy here. You're being asked to drop down into your heart, though, to really pay attention on this one, right? Really pay attention to this. This is a scarab beetle. It's magic. The way things come together. And so it's going to be about you really paying attention to the signs and the symbols and how they resonate in the heart here. You know, it's also the higher perspective because it is a bat, but it's that intuition, right? It's kind of feeling things out and how do they come back to you, right? Putting stuff out there. It's sonar, right? They bounce their sonar waves out there and then how do they come back? Right? So they can tell what the distance is, where to go, is it big or small? And that comes here with the butterfly ferrets. And you have the butterfly major change. And it says, I am reborn. I am reborn. And so with an eclipse and with a full moon, we always have these endings. This full moon was a new moon on April 22nd of 2020. And so it's something that's had like a 2.5-year cycle. And it's an opportunity to really explore how to grow and nurture something to create a change. So something that came up back then where you were like, I need to make some sort of a change through this. This is the symbol of the ultimate transformation. The ferret is mistrusting and alert and repel those who would do her harm. And I'm telling you, Spirit has your back here. There's a lot of good fortune coming through. I think that the criticism that you receive is valid and worth listening to. And the delivery system may not be comfortable. But don't discount the value of what is being said. I think that is going to be a very important factor in something for you, either immediately or in the near future. Okay? So, this strange combination will see you safe at this time of vulnerability and new powers. For a while, you are reborn and you must have protection. And that will ensure that you are safe in the moment of the highest danger. The butterfly is the symbol of the changing self, who somehow is the very same creature it was before it dwelled in another form. And it enters a time of stillness and then emerges. The butterfly transformation is a heroic journey through the elements. The dissolution of a self, the apparent destruction of form, the struggle to be free to fly. It is no easy task, be free to fly, for the butterfly to emerge from the cocoon. It involves going through a transition zone that is tight, a baby through the birth canal, and in doing this, the green blood is pumped and squeezed through the untested wings. Without the process of restriction and transition of something to drive oneself against, there can be no flight and thus no survival for the butterfly. If we were to see the cocoon butterfly struggling, you might feel overwhelmed with compassion and wish to help it from its beautiful, help free the beautiful emerging creature. But if you cut a butterfly free from the cocoon, the wings will never be strong enough to take flight. The blood will not have been pumped through the wings, and the very thing that must take place for the creature to fly, so that you can see we must all experience the struggle at some point, or we will not be strong enough to fly. There is something also about recognizing in your heart space how really strong you are. That you have overcome mountains, that you have climbed, and you have had to navigate, and you have had to work around and move through and see things from a different way. And there is a payoff coming in right now. There's a payoff. And so you might be in that pinch, right? The pinch, she said the struggle, right? So maybe you leave one job to go to your dream job, but you don't make as much money over there as you were making, right? But eventually you will. Eventually you'll be more successful. Definitely happier, they're saying. And so you're stronger than maybe you give yourself credit for. So give yourself the credit, right? And when someone says to you, I can't believe that you're leaving this really good paying job. You know, you've been there for a while, the anchor. You've been there for a while and everybody, you know, blah, blah, blah. And you're going to take a risk and you're going to go either start your own business or whatever you're doing, right? And you're going to go do this. And I think it's important to recognize that it's because they love you and they care about you that they're saying these things. But they don't know you and how strong you are and how smart you are and how resilient you are and how much somebody keeping you in a cage, making you feel locked down, means that you can't be yourself and you cannot breathe. She is wearing blue wings. That's authenticity. It's her personal truth. This is your chance to be who you really are, to be free to be who you really are. And do the things that make you feel like yourself. And so this being of two minds may have a lot to do with, I put in so much time here and I finally have this, do I really want to risk it all? But this is a long way to change. And I do think with Uranus in Taurus right now, that moon, shortly after it has that eclipse, it bumps into Uranus. And I feel like it's a download, an inspiration, aha moment, or the straw that breaks the camel's back. There is a moment that comes with that has a lot of power to it. And I think that we're going to find a lot of people are like, yeah, no, that's it, I'm done. So with whatever that situation is. And it looks like it's going to work that way for you. But I do see you landing on your feet. But there is a need, I think, to be very cautious of the words you use and to try to see things from other people's perspective so that you're moving in unison, like these, like the geese. Teamwork does make the dream work. And so, but it does take leadership. And it doesn't always take the same leader, right? One of the geese will be out in front, and then when its wings get tired, it slips to the back and someone else moves forward. But always that honking is letting the goose in the front know, we're with you, we're right here with you, and we're a team and we're doing this together. And so I really want to encourage you to not lose sight of that. All right, I think that is everything. Be sure to leave a comment. That's how you get in the drawing for the free reading. I announce it here and on Facebook, so come and join me over on Facebook. I do the astrology there every day. It's easier to find the announcement there, I think, too. And one other thing. Notification bell. If you're a subscriber, be sure that you have the notification bell on. My schedule has changed a lot, and so the videos will be coming out at much different times. So pay attention to that. Thank you so much for supporting this channel and the work I do here. I appreciate you. Guys, take care. Talk to you soon.